and welcome to Be Your Own Guru. I'm Elisa Di Napoli. And today I want to talk about the difference between being a passive consumer, someone who reacts to whatever comes his or her way by either moving towards something that attracts them or away from something that repels them, versus being a conscious creator. Now, living consciously rather than just reacting, it's a little bit like the difference between being a raft in the ocean, being tossed this way and the other by the wind, and actually being more like a ship or a boat with an engine and a clear destination, trying as much as possible to get there. Now, some people at this point may say, well, this is all well and good if you have a clear direction and goals, but what if you don't know what you want? Now, I've heard this kind of question before, many times. But if you just stop there, if you just say, well, I don't know what I want, end of story, it's a bit of a cop-out. You know, it's easy to go to just do that. But let me ask you one question. How much time have you ever spent actually actively exploring who you are at a deeper level? You know, I'm not talking about personality. Oh, this is who I am. This is what my friends say I'm like. No, I'm talking about deeper introspection. Now, be honest with yourself. If you continue to do the same thing every day and expect different results, that's a little bit kooky, isn't it? We've got to do something different. You're not going to have an epiphany one morning just waking up and going, oh, that's right, that's what I want to do with my life. It's not really going to happen. Maybe it is going to happen, you're one of the lucky ones. But really, let's face it, for most of us, that's not going to happen. We've got to do some homework, right? Now, just before we get started on that, let me just make another point. There is no such thing as your true self that you have to go and find somewhere out there. A little bit like some island that you're going to go on a mission to find. There is no such thing. We create ourselves every day. We're fluid, malleable, changing. So it's about taking responsibility and getting to choose to make your own decisions. Now, this doesn't mean that once you've made your decision, this is who I am, that's it, finish. No, you can always change your mind. But to change your mind, you got to make up your mind first. You know, it's a little bit like you're at the traffic light and you can go left, right, forward. It's better to go in the direction that you've chosen and then decide, wait a minute, it doesn't quite fit, and then choose the direction, than just to be stuck at the traffic light, not moving. So, in a moment, we're going to do an exercise. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to stop the video, take a pen and paper, or if you want, you can do this just speaking out loud. But it's important that you do speak out loud if you do it that way. So these are the questions that I'm going to ask you to answer for yourself. What matters to me? What kind of things do I want to create? What kind of difference do I want to make? And to help you to answer these questions, try and imagine that it's your funeral. And what would you want the eulogist to say about you and your life? So stop the video now, do this exercise, and I'll see you right after. Okay, so now that you've done this, one more thing before I go. I want to ask you, what's something now that you can do today that is in alignment with your higher purpose? Choose just one small thing, one small goal that you can use as your first step towards getting you closer to your higher purpose. Doesn't have to be a big thing. In fact, it's better if it's a small thing. Choose a specific time. Do it today if you can, or otherwise choose a specific time in the next week where you're going to do it. Don't just say, oh, I'll do it sometime in the future. That's too vague. You got to be specific and commit yourself to doing it. Now, that is all for me today. Stay tuned for more videos about this topic and similar topics in the future. All right, thank you, and see you later.